Good day everyone, I am Trina Cobus, and what I'm going to report today is about the listening comprehension skills. So before delving into listening comprehension skills, you should first understand what listening is. So, listening, it is the ability to receive, understand, interpret, and respond to verbal and nonverbal messages from the speaker. So during the process of listening, one can reach an understanding that is linked to several factors, such as listening, the message, the content, the memory, and among others. Listening comprehension is part of the communication skills such as the development of reading and writing comprehension. Listening comprehension has the multiple processes of comprehension in language when it is understood, interpreted, and spoken. Listening, then, is the interpretation of a spoken language, and this includes the recognition of discourses of sounds, the understanding of the meaning of individual words, or the understanding of the syntax of sentences that may arise in a dialogue or discourse. So, the relationship goes from the speaker, then to the message to the listener. The latter being the listener as the one who deciphers the message. So always remember that listening is the key to understanding the speaker's message. The importance of recognizing context and listening means that the person can relate what they hear to the real world in which they live, as they can symbolically recognize concepts with language and link them together in order to understand what they hear and give it a meaningful meaning. So, listening then means not only hearing, but also being able to interpret and analyze the information that is received, creating one's own analysis of the information, and creating one's own concepts, opinions, and comments on what is heard. So, that's listening and listening comprehension. Now, we will move to listening comprehension skills. So, we have 3 listening comprehension skills. The first one is recognition. Recognition. It is connecting, recognizing the components of a message, like sounds, words, linguistic elements such as pronouns, verbs, and among others. When we say recognition, it talks about or it pertains to what is in the message. Next is we have selection. For the selection, we are going to select the most important words in the message, such as the names, verbs, keywords, and among others. It is for better understanding and easier to memorize and remember the words that is heard. Next, the last is interpretation. So, it is the understanding of the information that was heard. This means knowing the intention and purpose of the message, its main ideas, and the importance of the most significant part of the message the speaker is giving. So, when we say interpretation, this pertains to understanding what is heard. So, listening comprehension is vital in this process because it is a fundamental part of the first steps in immersing yourself in the new language. Listening carefully will lead to imitating sounds, identifying them, and being able to repeat in the best way what your teacher is teaching you. In this process, little by little, your memory will generate that what you learned is related and that you will be acquiring the skills of listening to generate new knowledge. For my insights, listening attentively will help communication skills become social and enable better integration into society. Listening brings analysis, identification, and understanding in order to be able to carry out responses, feedback, and even good teamwork cohesion. In listening comprehension, one can construct the meaning of a message and be able to bring that message into oral interaction. If you are able to listen carefully, this can strengthen personal, family, and work relationships and reduce arguments and misunderstandings, as you can understand the emotions of the sender and his message much better when you listen in silence and without interruption. Your memory will exercise the most important elements of the message, and this will lead to reflection on what the sender wants to convey. So, if you want to read more, here is the reference. So, that's all. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something.